Yo, for now on, we gonna recognize Memphis, Tennessee, as the home of the realest niggas on earth. No more Atlanta. New York been lost it. Um, yeah, Memphis got it because Pooh Shiesty, the guy who should be a half a damn billionaire by now, because he made all the urban youth. I'm pretty sure people across seas from London, the man them, wear something called the Shiesty mask. He made that mask so popular. There's no way in hell he shouldn't be endorsed by whatever mask makers they have, Nike or whatever. He could have had his own mask because he literally, like, they don't say ski mask. They said the Shiesty mask. He made it popular or repopularized it. How you gonna say it? Well, to get out of jail last year, or at least to have a song last year in December, to now being right back in jail. So let's count with me. Let's say December, January, February, March, April, and 4 months to commit one of the most gangster moves in history. There's some people out there you don't have to prove that you're tough no more. Like Mano. Never seen Mano fight. I met him in person. He's as tall as me. Big dude. Like, there's people out there you don't have to really try because his presence alone shows that, yeah, you don't want to mess with him. That there will be consequences. Gucci Mane. I'm talking about the drugged up Gucci. Nah. 1017 brick squad, stomach poking out past his kneecaps, lips black, always high, slurring his words, incomplete sentences. And by the way, I have a speech impediment, so I myself have incomplete sentences because I have a. But Gucci, the lore of Gucci was big enough. He did catch a body. He did go out Jeezy. He was what every gangster party played at one point in time in the South. He was like one of the gods of the South. You didn't have to prove that he was tough because he already had a track record and he had people vouch for him. But Pooh Shiesty comes from Memphis. Now, there's one thing about Gucci Mane people don't know. Gucci Mane looked up the Memphis rappers. He said he was heavily inspired by Memphis. Memphis got some demonic energy in that damn state. Memphis got something wrong with Memphis. Like, and shout outs. There's no challenging of it. It's like, it is what it is. Real demon time. I think Memphis and Chicago go neck and neck. I ain't gonna lie. Both have a culture of not giving a fuck about human life. I'm a humongous Three Six Mafia fan, so that demonic music in general, I'm a fan of, but not to take it to heart. It's just entertainment with me. And I should have known because they have such a demonic force in the music that it came from somewhere. So that wasn't some random production. Uh, Juicy J, his production is just, to me, legendary. There's so much shit I still listen to this day from Three Six Mafia that people don't know about because it was such a unique art. But now I'm questioning it. Why is it so good? Because the demonic energy must be so raw and uncut. They got that raw energy. They don't got that regular demon time. They got that raw demon time in Memphis, apparently. Because for you to get out here already rich, got respect from the streets, made a fashion line that he didn't even claim yet because he had to be, emancipated for a certain amount of time, get his paper right, get a good manager, get a lawyer, etc. That was entitled to him because he made all the current rappers wear Shiesty masks. Even though he didn't promote it, it was that influential. To now going right back to jail with his father with another promising rapper, Big 30. I just heard my first record from him just now. Check him out. Pretty cool. Really good beat selection, good flow. Some people don't understand you don't have to prove everything. It's already been proved if you survive. And if you got no one saying, oh, you fake, there's no one calling anyone fake from Memphis, like, what are you trying to prove, bro? A contract is not forever. A contract is for a limited time. Once you fulfill it, you can move on. He didn't want to move on. He wanted to take what was rightfully his, which is his IP, his intellectual property. He wanted to catch the momentum of Glorilla. He wanted to catch the momentum of Yo Gotti, promising X, Y, and Z if he come join his team. This is allegedly, by the way. I'm just making shit up. He wanted to, prove to people that, yo, it's my time to shine. I lost 5 years. I'm not going to lose no more years. So let me set this up and show Gucci that I'm a real street nigga. Pooh, everyone knew you were a real street nigga. Like, you didn't have to, like, overkill. You don't have to prove shit to nobody. We already know, bro. We believe you, bro. You shot a dude in the ass for his sneakers, and you were already a multi-millionaire. King Von shit. We believed you, bro. You were being impatient. I'm pretty sure the people around them were like, yo, bro, you should do this, that. You should do that. I would do this. I was you. And because he wanted to prove that he's really that nigga behind the scenes, which we already believed he was that nigga behind the scenes, decided to go forth and prove that he was really that nigga again. Unprovoked. Now, I understand contract. I don't know his contract. I have no idea. I could assume it's probably for a certain amount of time or a certain amount of money has been recouped. They can do what they want to do. And if you don't like somebody, I can only imagine breaking up with somebody. Let's say in a relationship, you have a girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, vice versa, and you guys hate each other, but you have to live together. So in that case, I can understand Pooh Shiesty's situation. He hated Gucci Mane. He just wanted to be let go. He felt like Gucci Mane didn't help him out while he was in jail. Apparently, I heard he gave him a shout out, but it could be a fake shout out. But, a lot of labels, they don't really reach out to you once you're in jail. Once you cannot be used, and this is just in life, once people cannot use you, they will not reach out to you. And you have to learn how to not take it personal, because you too use people only when you need them. You only go to the store when you're hungry. You only call a certain friend because they're good for certain things. They're good at playing video games. They're good at getting drugs. They're good at, certain things, but not everything. So we all use each other at some point. And some might argue like, oh, but as long as you don't misuse, I would say as long as you... All right, let me give you my perspective about using people. I'm a win-win guy. I prefer you to help me out and I help you out. I think that's just being a good human being. That's being fair. That's what I believe. A lot of people don't think like me. They try to get whatever they can without returning anything, or try to guilt trip you, or try to swindle you, scam you, and say, oh, I didn't actually do that shit. I get it. So, anyway, why am I talking about this shit? This nigga dumb. Shout out to Memphis, though. Y'all got it. Y'all the top goons of the century.
As well, that was recovered from the crime scene.
See, that's why I'm thinking someone must have reported the same day. To capture fingerprints,
Look, by the way, Gucci Mane has a bodyguard, who was an ex-cop allegedly, and there was a white guy that got assaulted in there. Typically, white guys are not in black gangs, with the exception of 1 or 2 you heard about in L.A. And I'm pretty sure there are a lot of white Crips and white Bloods. Typically, if you're in a studio, you might have an engineer. You might have, someone in the background operating stuff. So I saw a white dude who got hemmed up. He has scars or he has an injury. He's going to tell. Gucci Mane is black. white men and black men don't have the same rules of conduct. If he unless he's a gang member. So as far as snitching going, most likely it was Gucci Mane's ex-cop bodyguard or the white man who said, look, I'm here for a paycheck. I'm not here for street bullshit.
Has to be damn near almost immediate.
And Gucci Mane being who he is, the legend, the lore of Gucci Mane, of course he's not going to tell because real niggas don't tell. Now, I do know there was a few images out there of the dudes who robbed them flashing Gucci Mane's watches and chain. But if you're a real street nigga, just watching the internet, I am not a gang member. I never will be. Never was. I was around gangs when I was younger. But when it says no snitching, that is a precise, clear rule of majority of these gangs on the internet anyway. Saying that you cannot snitch no matter what. So, of course, Gucci Mane bullying, there's no way in hell I'm going to believe that Gucci Mane went to the police. Like, oh my God, they robbed me. He can't. He's a real street nigga. He can't do it by default. He just can't, even if he knows the truth, because he is a gangster, right? So I think common sense would tell you the bodyguard or the white dude who was assaulted was the culprit.
That's why I think, and damn, fingerprint? Holy shit, that's like some old school shit. Fingerprint?
At least two of the defendants, social media posts by defendants displaying what appears to be stolen property just in the days following the offense, Greyhound bus records confirming the travel of multiple defendants from Dallas to Memphis.
Oh, chat, you could tell they were aware that the crime happened. No one wanted to fly. They try to take a bus. Do you have to? Can't you just like pay for a bus without no type of identification? Hopefully they didn't charge it on their card, right?
The day after the offense, in this case, came to Dallas to conduct legitimate business, and they were met with firearms and violence as alleged in the charging document. This case should serve as a warning to others who believe that using violence and intimidation tactics to rob others in our community is a viable way to conduct business. I'm here to say that it is not, and that if you choose to do this, we will, together with our law enforcement partners here and the other ones in the Northern District of Texas, will bring you swiftly to justice. I want to thank the FBI Dallas Violent Crimes Task Force, the FBI's Memphis Resident Agency and Nashville Field Office, the Memphis Safe Task Force, the Dallas Police Department, the United States Attorney for the Western District.
Yeah, I saw a picture of Pooh Shiesty's father, and you could tell this nigga was not a good role model. Hold up. I'm sorry, this might sound random, but I'm doing it now before I forget. They're like the gangs like Montrell Williams. Let me see what the thing looked like. Mob boss. All right, he was a mob boss. Boss. Let's check this out real quick. I gotta see the influence. I smoke it. Pause. What the fuck? So 3 years ago, there's a story about Pooh Shiesty's dad.
Pooh Shiesty was one of the biggest rappers in the game before he got caught up in an alleged robbery and shooting that has him facing 8 years in prison. But before he ever recorded a track or caught a case, his own pops was making moves in the streets and started his own record label. Today, we're looking at the wild story of Memphis legend Mob Boss, aka Pooh Shiesty's dad. Let's get right into it. Lontrell Williams Sr., aka Mob Boss, is a Memphis native from the south side of the city. Memphis is known for its food and music scene, but it's also one of the deadliest cities in America. The murder rate is damn near 7 times higher than the national average, and in South Memphis, any day could be your last. The savage environment has ended a lot of lives too early, but it also birthed some of the most talented rappers ever, like Yo Gotti and Young Dog.
There's something about tragedy that brings the best R&B, best rap out of people, and so it's almost like neck to neck. Someone said something about Mary J. Blige, like when she was hurt, she made the best music ever. And I think this is confirming the situation. The best music comes from fucking struggle, strife, depression, near-death scenarios, heartbreak. So that's probably why Memphis is popping. tragedies, and it being, I guess, manipulated in a way that music is the only way to escape it. So I'm just trying to make sense of it, that's all.
Oh, Mob Boss is one of those dudes who was born into a bad situation and did whatever he could to survive. Not much is known about his early life, but the first time he made headlines was in 2004 after he was charged with accessory after the fact to a first-degree murder. Rebecca Glenn was a 24-year-old Memphis radio DJ who was murdered and robbed by a dude named Stanley Andrews. According to the police, Andrews broke into Glenn's apartment complex and started knocking on random doors. Tragically, when Glenn opened her door to see who was trying to get in, Andrews forced his way into the apartment and killed her. After the murder, Mob Boss and a woman named Marquita Thomas used Rebecca's credit cards, then helped Andrews sell some of her stolen possessions on the street. And later, they was both charged with accessory after the fact to first-degree murder and forgery. Rebecca Glenn's murder was so brutal and tragic that it shocked the community. Stanley Andrews' sister couldn't believe what happened. She was the one who dropped him off at the apartment complex that night because he was drunk and wanted to see his girlfriend, who was allegedly in the building. Andrew's sister told Action News 5 that he called her from jail and told her what happened, saying, from what he said, the lady, I guess, went off on him or something for knocking on her door. So he just snapped or whatever. But if rumors are true, this wasn't a random attack, but a targeted hit. Andrew's sister said she was shocked by what her brother did and told Action News 5, I still don't understand. I'm still thinking it's a dream because I can never think this in a million years. But after he was arrested, he ain't act like someone who just snapped and killed a random woman. His sister told reporters that he showed no remorse at all. According to rumors, Rebecca Glenn was actually...
This is the year to snitch. It's a year for the civilians to feel safe and say, we're not going to be quiet the whole time. We're going to learn the law, use the law, and we're not going to be feared. We're not going to fear retaliation. We're going to, if anything, say, we're going to die a martyr. We're going to go out and tell the truth because people are sick of being terrorized and basically blackmailed and not telling the truth. Now, there's a lot of people who are complicit in the black community. That we know people are causing crime. We don't say nothing because we fear for our own safety. We fear of being ostracized, the fear of, being labeled a snitch. But I think because these high-profile cases are showing people being snitched on, there's going to be a turn eventually. And I'm all for it.
Actually killed over rap beat. Some people say that she was playing music from Yo Gotti on the radio, but refused to put on Mob Boss or anyone else from his label, Mob Ties Records. Mob Boss allegedly put a hit out on Glenn for the disrespect, but there's no real evidence to back these claims up. Yo Gotti was already a Memphis rap legend, but running the CMG label took things to the next level. With a roster full of some of the game's hottest rappers like Mozzie, 42 Doug, ESTG, and Moneybagg Yo, Gotti's become a certified legend. But back in the day, Mob Boss was trying to do the same thing with his Mob Ties label. Pooh Shiesty told Audio Mac in 2021 that watching his dad go hard in the studio helped him get to where he is today. Talking about Mob Boss, Shiesty said he was on a CEO P type of level. He had his own record label called Mob Ties Records. I saw how they gotta get ready to go do shows. I been knew about tour buses and all that, the tour life. I was real young around that time, around 8 through 10, but I was learning how the studio works. I learned where the booth at, how the mic set up, how the sessions work. I was on the road with him when he had shows because he was booked up around that time. Mob Boss had some local success with his music, but never popped off like his son did. One reason his career ain't blow up is that he couldn't stay out of trouble with the law. In 2006, he pled guilty to the accessory after the fact charge he caught in the Rebecca Glenn case and was sentenced to a year of supervised probation. It seemed like he caught a lucky break with a light sentence, but a year later, he was arrested again and charged with being a felon in possession of a firearm and several drug offenses. The story of what went down was later told during a 2009 probation revocation hearing. Detective Catrell Robinson from the Memphis Police Department testified that he served a narcotic search warrant in July 2007. According to him, the apartment they were searching was a known drug spot that they had been monitoring for over a month. Here's what went down, according to his official testimony. Catrell knew someone was in the kitchen and told him to come out with their hands up. About 15 seconds later, 8 pounds of weed, 2 scales, ammo, equipment to cook crack, and a Smith & Wesson on the couch. They also found $10,000 officially listed. Most rappers just put on a tough image and claim they made it out the trenches just to sell records. But Pooh Shiesty is the opposite of those guys. He really comes from a wild environment and saw his own dad get his hands dirty. That's how Shiesty caught a robbery charge at 11 years old and then his first assault case at 14. Mob Boss and him allegedly even caught a case together at some point, but it ain't clear exactly what happened. Mob Boss also allegedly has ties with the legendary Memphis drug kingpin, Ronnie Woods, who started the Memphis mob during the crack epidemic in the 80s. Woods basically ran Memphis for decades, operating a massive drug trafficking ring, using car washes and nightclubs to clean the money. Throughout the late 90s and early 2000s, he owned a spot called the Martini Room, where rappers, pro athletes, and drug dealers all hung out and partied. And at one point, he even dated Steve Harvey's wife. In 2019, Woods, his 2 brothers, and 35 other alleged Memphis mob affiliates was all charged in a massive indictment. This ain't the first time Woods has faced a long sentence, but with his past crimes and rep as a drug lord, this could be the case that puts him away for good. Early reports said that Mob Boss was named in the indictment too, but that don't seem to be the case. Even if he ain't facing legal issues of his own, he still has to worry about his son. Pooh Shiesty was recently sentenced to 63 months in prison, and this week, he got even more bad news. TMZ reported that when Shiesty eventually gets out, he'll be on supervised release for 3 years. That means he can't associate with any co-defendants or known gang members, and his parole officer can—
So he's already had 3 years probation, and he just put an AK-47 in a fucking studio with cameras. They didn't even try to look for cameras. They just said, oh my gosh.
search him and his property to check for contraband anytime. He's also been ordered to go through a treatment program for drugs and alcohol. 5 years is a long time to be in jail, but Pooh Shiesty got off pretty easy. At one point, he was facing a life sentence. Then for a while, it looked like it could have been an 8-year sentence. Even though he's locked up, he just dropped his latest project, Shiesty Season Certified, with features from Gucci Mane, Lil Durk, Jack Harlow, and more. Mob Boss obviously had a huge impact on his son. Instead of immediately signing with a big artist like Yo Gotti, Shiesty took a page out of his pop's book and started his own label, Chopper Gang Entertainment. The first time he went viral was from his feature on the Chopper Gang track, Breaking News, where he opens his verse up with, "Breaking news, I'm Shiesty, Pooh, taking shit what I do." Shiesty's gritty, raw style is what helped him blow up overnight, and the lifestyle Mob Boss handed down to him is what gave him the experiences he talks about in his music. He also shouts his dad
So this nigga really be living the life he's talking about.
out on the track Monday to Sunday, rapping, "Spin his block in the caddy, these F&N's black and plastic. Miss Gladys raised a savage, they said I shoot like my daddy." Unfortunately, the same things that made him famous is also what led to him getting locked up. Mob Boss taught his son how to move in the streets and the studio, but that lifestyle always comes with risk, no matter how much support you have from family.
The real niggas in the game.
Mob Boss is a dude who definitely lived up to—
Pooh Shiesty has solidified that Memphis is a real. I know Memphis hasn't been talked about like that in a while. Not like no Chicago, but this alone certifies this nigga as the most gangster nigga in history, and also the dumbest nigga in history.
his nickname. But now that his son is one of the hottest rappers in the game, hopefully he'll chill out and avoid any more legal trouble. Pooh Shiesty could be granted early release if he don't cause issues in jail.
That's what happens when you have nothing but. I mean, I understand if your father's already your role model, and he's like, "Yo, I did this, fuck that shit, yo." I mean, I'm just paraphrasing what I think happened. Yo, bro, fuck that shit. When you get charged, ain't nothing. You gonna be rich. Make sure you get your money up, and you'll be alright. You'll be alright. You know. Yo, Memphis, Tennessee. I don't want no smoke, bro.
Phones, just raw, no headphones, listening to the crowd, taking in the energy, and this is a tall order, bro. So odds couldn't be any higher.
You've been here for 4 days total. You were there for the first. You were for like half of phase 1, half of phase 2. Did you catch the matchup between men and one? But in the second half, Ringe covered it again, and it was different. It was Mena still, but it was 3-0.
Yeah.
So he has a 6-1 record over Punk right now. This is dangerous.
Well, we got the dive kick already, and the OD ball to stop the pressure. Best of 5, first to 3. 3 games on the side of Mena sends the Bandits to the championship. 3 games on the side of Punk sends them to another life and opportunity.
What a check two against the drive rush, the double knee bombs. We get the punish counter though. The sweep the patented Punk. Oh, Stuffing out the jump approach.
Use so many of the moves in different ways. What a whip punish. Mena RD, first blood, and this anchor match broke.
It's tough, man.
This
Very
is tough.
difficult. Very difficult to withstand the type of pressure that Blanca can execute with, especially without level 2. But when he has level 2, which he does now, you can expect the Lightning Beast to be an even bigger problem.
Bro, the utilization of the meter, especially the bars, to go in the Lightning Beast that we've seen from Mena this entire time, especially today. Come on, bro. A throw.
I like him going for the throw, actually. Now is going to be a time to actually go into Lightning Beast if he decides to spend the bar to close the gap first, right? Oos! That was a counter hit. Not a punish counter.
Neutral jump once again. Trying to catch one of those buttons and just answers back instantly. He steals the momentum from Punk, makes him fight back in the neutral, and he turtles up, gets in the shell.
Raw Lightning Beast activation with 2 bars, by the way, in drive gauge. Little fella, come on out.
Come on. I like that. Block string pressure. Make him hold the Blanca Chan.
Oh,
Great defense. Stop that.
Get out of my head.
Oh,
Oh my lord! And he gets the counter and still, this guy's godlike.
he needs one more series, at least. He needs one more series at least. He's not that critical part. Air ball hits Stan Light though. That Stan Light kick, he must have hit something. What? He hit him with the peeking ball, and I don't know what happened, but Punk got flipped, and the Bandits team seems like it's already over the way they celebrate those.
Are ready to counter hit you multiple times over. Oh, the up ball punish counter. Punk not able to get even up. RT. Double knee bombs at the counter. There is a fighting chance. If totally kidding, I had to break the tension. I had.
Still a go. In these moments. Forrest Daigo, got that on speed to try to go for this shit for here. Nothing doing just yet.
There it is. What's he gets here? Daigo waking up with jabs. Walk up throw.
Ooh, that as a whip punish pool. Took it up, level 1, gets it done. We're all even. To stay alive from all that far to Potter. Could have cooked to at any point. Any sort of with that over, I thought it was over.
No, but beautiful whip punish from Mena RD there to take the second round. Even on rounds now. Who's going to get the first whip punish here?
What resources. Oh, falls in the fireball, unfortunate. If they set it up in the corner. Have to get Tatsu, the hook to at any point. Any sort of with that over, I thought it was over.
No, but beautiful whip punish from Mena RD there to take the second round. Even on rounds now. Who's going to get the first whip punish here?
What resources. Oh, falls in the fireball, unfortunate. If they set it up in the corner. Have to get Tatsu, the maximize the damage to throw right after. Driver's overhead, he blocks it out.
Tried to hop out the corner just in case Daigo wanted to do a DP. Punish, block in time. Wait, no punish. Perfect parry from Mena.
The side switch. Oh, eat him up. Dry rush, the stand fierce. A little activation from that. I'm up in the corner. Oh my God. He's getting eaten up like groceries. Another eat. Oh, seconds, big back activity.
The delay is going to be enough. Wait, there's a level 1.
Mena with another closeout super.
Like, Mena again with the crouch medium punch. Here's a wake up reverse from Daigo to get the pressure off him.
Put a soul on that one.
Block a ball, full screen away. Mena fishing for something. Daigo getting the counter hit throw. Another throw. How many throws are we going to see?
Oh, he tried to grab him. You tried to push icy this man. Finds a jab in the OD. Not enough to kill the stand. Fierce DI will get the wall splash. On the wall like some artwork. Picasso. This guy, Daigo. These are some wild interactions for him to stay solid in scramble scenarios. That is a jungle that usually Mark is able to run with. That is his domain.
I mean, that was super scrambly. No one knew who was going to recover first from the whip command grab coming from Daigo and the OD up off. But again, nice anti-air trade. Doesn't get the full juggle though, but we are going to take the forward throw.
Fine, go forward in the turn there. The normal electricity had that been OD in the plus, the drive rush, hit off to both sides. The four fierce as you ending your turn there. There'll be an activation for the stand fierce. Maybe Mena wants to find an opening. Maybe try to go for OD for that reason.
There's the air-to-air finally working out in Mena's favor as he's been trying to go for so many air-to-airs. He's going to have to spend the lightning beast here if he doesn't want to get burnt out, or he's saving the level 3 for the damage. Again, air-to-air. It is a trade though. We jump out the corner. This is going to be enough.
100%. I'm just spinning level 1 is all that's necessary. It's not enough. Even that people didn't help. It's okay. The throw right after. You're leaving a fully loaded Akuma line. All it takes is one little forward on a walk back into level 3 to get that kill from Daigo right back. But Mena, stay solid. Get the throw right after. Gaming right up here for Mena so far. No anti-air from Daigo. Level 2 activated.
Lightning beast. We're going to go for the throw. Daigo is a little too comfortable with blocking there. Oh my gosh, it's going to hurt.
About to put him on a t-shirt. Oh.
Blanca Chan is out and activated. There's a drive reversal. Daigo had to do it, but he is burnt out now. Jump back roundhouse.
Jump. All reversal buttons off the light. Zip burn out. You gotta make a critical decision with that level 3. The bottom, the drive rush, light kick into the DI. Wall spread again. OD command grab to ensure you know who you're dealing with. That's Mena OD. That's a bull.
All right, coaches. Looks like Chokido and Fudo do have something to say to Daigo. Daigo is going to hop off the seat to have a talk with him.
It's just a matter of time now. Mena RD, can you get those first 10 points for the team?
Is that Fudo and Lashard might have a similar philosophy in this matchup. So maybe Mena might think that Lashard might not play that substantially different to what happened against Fudo. Nope, already a bad start.
You know, we're still gonna get the air ball. Is that at what, 90% or something? I think he only got punished once.
Fudo blocked one. That's what I remember anyway.
That's right, no, you're right.
Damn, he's playing a lot more belligerent than he was before. Interesting. There you go, nice bit punish. Like that.
Shar kind of has to rethink what his approach is going to be, or at least like what he's going to do to deter Mena RD from moving on forward. Damn, the cops heavy punch. Again, just chipping away at the drive gauge against the Shard.
But this is what we spoke about before, right? He's not desperate to get out the corner. He's trying to find that window of opportunity here, even if it takes a while to get it, even if it doesn't give him the round. But Mena RD gets another throw. Is he going to try and bait something now? Ooh, the throw tech there from the Shard.
Oh, just a matter of time, too. He was waiting. He was on the prowl. Went for the OD airball yet again. Offensively, defensively, he'll still hit it, no matter what.
With a hooker by hook, we need the dump, but here comes the Lightning Beast once again. Nice little frame kill there. Before we pop out the plushie, let's see it. Oh no, he doesn't.
Not gonna go for that setup just yet. The perfect parry. The jump in punish. Yep.
Oh.
With the side switch and getting the uppercut as well. So clean from the Shard, draining away that level 2. Ineffective against him. Speaking of which, if it's not one level 2, it's the other. Bring him on up with the juggle. Back-to-back flickers and the uppers into the blitz. Perfectly orchestrated. Forward throw, punish counter.
Then get the forward throw here. Mena RD turns himself pale once again. And the medium blitz will close out that round here. He took a big risk trying to turn things around there, Mena. But when you do that, you do half the work for your opponent. And that's where Lashar was able to capitalize. He's showing us why he's the gold finger.
The party started temporarily, I should say, for Mena RD. Lashar back into that pocket. Being able to throw some of those flippers, temper some of those normals, immediate check on the jab, on the drive rush, excuse me.
Oh, just in time, blocked. No activation just yet. And there is going to be a Psycho Cannon on the way, so we're going to go for a different conversion here to pop Mena RD into the corner. Lovely stuff there from Lashar.
Oh my god! An even better follow-up, getting the punish counter now. Frame kill on the spark.
Ooh. Oh, he walked under. I thought I was going to say cross-up, but Lashar knew the spacing. Great spatial awareness. But has he got the defense for this next sequence? Ooh.
We do score the burnout, but Lashar is just ever so elusive, man.
Swaying it out here, Burn himself. He's just trying to fight his way back to make sure he expedite the recovery process here. He almost tried to check it. He almost got the check there, Vicious.
Just about to hit the green. Lashar drive gauge, fully intact now. But back-to-back throws still, then RD taking chunks away. He was going straight back to the buffet. In the first game against RD, the control unit, and overhead sneaking in from the drive rush.
Ooh, gotta get French up there with that crouching meeting kick on the delay there. The Labubu is still there for Blanca. Oh, now it's dissipated.
A lot of damage taken. Damn! I didn't actually even think it was gonna hit. No way.
Oh,
no way.
Okay.
Even though if it was reversal timing, I just felt like it was too far. And then RD said the exact same thing.
Kudos for the effort, though. I do like that because that is negative double digits.
Yeah,
the way he's on the ground, the hurt box and stuff like that, too many odds against him.
Yeah, but from max distance, rather difficult. It is kind of stunted when it comes to edge level 1. Oh my god, the hit towards the end of it. The toenail dug right into the eyeballs of Ed. See that?
Man, his toenails gave him a new shape up. He gave him a new hairline. That's crazy.
They were trying to give Ed the same haircut as me. Oh, no, fella. That wasn't me this time. Oh, no. On the drive reversal, then RD doesn't. Bandits are on the board.
Alright guys, how are we doing today? As you can see, we're starting with the ghoul.
Yeah, but dabba do, motherfucker. Yeah, but dabba do, motherfucker.
And that is him just
Do
dead.
that shit, nigga.
They killed him.
Real nigga game.
They just got rid of the poor sword. Unlucky. And away he goes. Beautiful. I mean, that is the decimation you love to see, right? That's what you come here for. How to win. There's a Sable Ward in the corner. Put her here. Patch notes won't include the bugs. True. And that's probably the biggest feature of the updates. The bugs. Nice. And she just gives up. GG. Oh, I appreciate it there. Now, where's the wee Leon? he sat on a gin? Where is the wee man? I don't know. Around the back somewhere. Down here? Yep. See ya. GG. He cannot hide. You care about the blight? Ah, it's time to main the ghoul. Just go to ghoul. Someone here? Yeah. This way. Decent catch up there. Yeah, good enough. Got the surge. I'm blind. He used that perk on me, I'm blind. Upstairs maybe? Yeah. I was blinded. Gotcha. Oh yeah, that reminds me, we removed Springtrap and Twins from the boring bin. So there's more options available now. What was that? Well, this guy's smart. He actually drops things. Do that. Okay, that's good enough. How are you able to know? Oh, your message is gone. I couldn't see your message.
Call me Mac Moolah for a reason.
Gone. That's the most delayed pallet drop I've ever seen in my life. What was that? Grab that. How do you know where they are when you're blinded? Well, I would say audio, but it's not 100% reliable. But usually audio. Or just knowing where they want to go. And that is the first kill. Ah, so get your spring traps, get your twins requests. Regular requests now. They're above, aren't they? Fight. Oh, what is that? What is that pellet through? What's this guy's name? I just realized. They're getting so creative, these survivors, aren't they? Ooh. Should have dashed there, really. Where's he going? He could have MFT, you know? Nah. There he is, yep. Guess I'll just pick up for a wee pain res if there's one nearby. No, there isn't. He said clean up the servers, no way. That is what we do. This should be the game winner now. We'll get this one now. There's the last, yeah. Somewhere. Don't think they're gonna heal again. Because we destroyed all the good pellets really now. Oh, there's boxes in the way. And the last victim is where? There she is, yep. That's her. Hello. Goodbye. And chill music returns. Delete Kaneki. I'll delete you from my TikTok comments. Two wee gens, yeah. Only 2 gens there. Springtrap streak? Aye, not happening. Hopefully he gets a good buff though. He is getting buffed, allegedly. Yeah. Oh, look at the generous builds as well. 2 of them. 2 of them are generous builds. Yeah, toolboxes. How are you taking the blight nerf?
I enjoy making you feel good.
I'm devastated. I really am, but I'll get over it eventually. It is painful.
Oh, Memphis. Memphis is just...
Alright, Myers. You can play Myers. I appreciate it.
I'm just saying, I got to be one of the smartest in hip-hop history. Yeah. I got to be. I'm not numbers. The boy predict everything by
nigga numbers.
Predicted the fall of YSL. Yeah. I just know how to analyze, assess, and make observations, quick observations. If all the police, I pull their ass over. Yeah, all the in there sweating with the windows down. Yeah, you can't tell that them are Africans. Yeah, I pull their ass over the chick. And it sound like Gucci cooperating. Just sound like the victim. Gucci was a victim and gave his testimony. Come on over here with me, Gucci. It's all right. It's all right to go and be civilian. Yeah, come on. Yeah, come on over here with me, Gucci. Press charges on their ass to the full extent of the law. That's how you get to. Now, I don't hear nobody telling Gucci not to press charges like they trying to convince me not to press charges on Thug. I don't hear nobody calling Gucci a hoe ass for pressing charges. They done put somebody down there in the coma, holding like Suge Knight, holding that boy upside down over the balcony, that Vanilla Ice boy. I signed the contract. I look there, man, that's like, yeah. Pooh Shiesty done come out here acting like Red on 5 Heartbeats. Yeah, say, you know what that is? Say the boy done come out here acting like Red off the 5 Heartbeats, man. Yeah. I knew once he done shaved that goddamn Taliban bird off. Y'all done with them birds recidivate. Yeah. Y'all done with them fluffy birds recidivate when they get out of prison. Yeah. You gotta go back to your goatee. Yeah. Boy should have went back to his goatee. God damn it, Shiesty. Boy, I was sure looking forward to you coming to concert and watching young go to jail for the summer. I just knew, man, what a damn Shiesty. I was looking forward to a Shiesty tour. I'm not bullshitting. Fans in the street. Oh, damn, Shiesty. They get the whole man too. Boy, them feds mean and take it to daddy too. God damn. Shit. And any other time to think, boy, if there's any other time to think about telling, this is it right here. You talking about the kind of federal charges for federal kidnapping? Oh my goodness, up to a life sentence. Oh man, whoever these FBI agents is here, they finna get a promotion. They fucking around being in line up to be the FBI director one day for bringing down Shiesty. I'm not bullshitting. Oh my goodness.
I'm Ryan Rabel. I'm the U.S. Attorney for the Northern District of Texas. Thank you for coming. This week, 9 individuals, including well-known musical artists, kidnapped and robbed at gunpoint numerous victims at a music studio in Dallas, Texas. 8 of the 9 were arrested yesterday in Dallas, Memphis, and Nashville. These individuals who are charged and arrested include Lontrell Williams Jr., also known as Pooh Shiesty, Lontrell Williams Sr., Rodney Wright, purportedly to discuss the other victims of.
I talk about the culture all the time. I try to convince you guys that the culture is toxic all the time. And every day I'm proven right, while at the same time, I'm being told that I am wrong for calling out what is toxic about the culture. And part of the reason why it's important to call out what's toxic is because if you don't address it, or if people within that live within it, that was raised within it, are not the ones that are calling it out, then there will never be change, and change is needed so badly. So you have these rappers, right? One of which is Gucci Mane, and the other one is Pooh Shiesty, amongst other people, including Pooh Shiesty's father. And he is out on probation. He's already done time. He's been in prison. That's where we get the Pooh Shiesty mask. The Pooh Shiesty mask is the mask that goes over your face and it covers everything except for the eyes. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but let me know inside of the chat, that is supposed to be for protection as far as like skiers and all of that type of stuff, right? It's not supposed to be, I mean, you can use it for hunting and everything, right? It's not supposed to be for you to rob people. People started taking advantage of it a little bit more during the pandemic because everybody was required to have face covering, so you could basically be walking around with a Pooh Shiesty mask. That's where the whole term came from. Anyways, long story short, one rapper signed to another rapper. the Pooh Shiesty guy is signed to Gucci Mane. I'm pretty sure you know some of his songs. No need me going through it. And ultimately, he demands that he get out of his contract that he signed. And so he lined up a meeting where he basically met up with him in the studio, and they just gonna strong arm him. They think that this is a movie. They think that this is Death Row. They think that he Diddy. You know what I'm saying? That you're gonna bully somebody into doing something. And of course, what really makes it toxic is not the fact that he's being robbed. That's bad enough. What makes it even more toxic is that he is the person that is getting offended, the Gucci Mane. This is what's happening, conversations that's happening within the culture. Is did he snitch or not? Did you snitch on the person that wound up robbing you? So now, if you're a law-abiding citizen, regardless of where you come from or regardless of what the life is that you're involved in, if you get beat up, you supposed to only keep your mouth shut and retaliate, and you supposed to crash out also and go to jail. Let's continue.
Part of the terms of his home detention were that he would not commit another federal offense or possess a firearm. His father, Lontrell Williams Sr., is alleged to have helped plan and execute the federal kidnapping as charged in the complaint. And as described further in the complaint, within hours of leaving the Dallas studio, a number of the defendants were on social media displaying some of the items that appeared to be the jewelry that had been robbed from the victims.
Idiots.
The charging document outlines some of the evidence, just some, establishing the defendants' roles in the federal offense. This is as follows. Electronic monitoring data placing Williams Jr. at the offense location, which would put him in violation of his home detention conditions. Cell phone records and license plate reader data corroborating the coordinated travel of multiple defendants from Memphis, Tennessee to Dallas. Rental car records confirming Williams Sr. rented a vehicle that was used by the group. Surveillance footage from the offense location, a nearby office supply store, and a hotel where several of the defendants stayed following the offense. Fingerprint evidence as well that was recovered from the crime scene, matching at least two of the defendants. Social media posts by defendants displaying what appears to be stolen property just in the days following the offense. Greyhound bus records confirming the travel of multiple defendants from Dallas to Memphis the day after the offense. In this case, came to Dallas to conduct legitimate business, and they were met with firearms and violence as alleged in the charging document. This case should serve as a warning to others who believe that using violence and intimidation tactics to rob others in our community is a viable way to conduct business. I'm here to say that it is not, and that if you choose to do this, we will, together with our law enforcement partners here and the other ones in the Northern District of Texas, will bring you swiftly to justice. I want to thank the FBI Dallas Violent Crimes Task Force, the FBI's Memphis Resident Agency and Nashville Field Office, the Memphis Safe Task Force, the Dallas Police Department, the United States Attorney for the Western District of Tennessee, Michael Dunovit, and AUSA Greg Wagner, the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Eastern District of Texas, my dear friend and colleague Jay Combs, and the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Middle District of Tennessee, including my colleague Braden Busek, for their outstanding contributions in this multi-jurisdictional investigation and prosecution. I'd also like to highlight the extraordinary work. None of this happens without the extraordinary work of our AUSAs in this office, and I'm here to say we have the best AUSAs in the entire country. That includes AUSAs Robert Withers, Claire Demers, and my violent crime chief, Jeremy Fugate.
It is, and I can't speak to divest ourselves from the worst of us and the worst of what is being promoted as far as where we should be and how we should conduct ourselves, because this could have went even worse. It could have ended in death.
And this is a huge map. So let's get to work. Get the pursuer right off the dub, right off the bat. Let's get to the action, boss. See this guy in the corner over here? We'll let these guys get. Let me take that. Where's she going? Come on. It's on the wrong level. No, bro. She must have forgot that I could do that. Flashlights, we gotta worry about these guys. He's here. Okay, she's wrapping around for the save. Let's come with her. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, this would have been perfect for skulls. Let's come back. He should come back. Get her again. Alright, it's a flashlight squad, bro, so this is gonna be tough, son. Okay. We should be able to get her now. When I tell you guys, bro. Wait, what? What happened? Did I get kicked off?
Joy.
I think we're good here. Yeah, we are. All right. Good stuff, bro. Where's the girl that's injured? That's the one we got to get next. Damn, son. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Into the vault. A little bit of haste. Damn it, man. So good, so good, so good. Nothing I can do about that. Come back to injured girl. No choice. No! I needed that. Right here. She made a mistake there. That was huge. That was a huge mistake, bro. Huge mistake. I'm telling you guys, man. Every match has been this way. All right, she's back on it. She's gonna have to just finish it. I can't do nothing about that one. This guy was here. Oh, this is good. Back him up. Let's back him up. There. Leave him down. We come for her. Got no choice. Try to get a grab here. She wants me to hit her. Can't. Not yet. To the dead heart. We'll take that. Flashlight, guys. Double. Take the injury there. This guy should come for the save. He's here somewhere. There he is. I don't want him. Come on. She's staying in the open, which is smart. She'll give me some surge value there. Nice. We stay with her though. We got no choice. Go. Can't do the locker save. That's gone. Come on. go, man. Guys here behind me somewhere. Knew it. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come back. Got skulls, so from when he goes for the save, we can drop the skull right there on a good angle. We'll take that. Oh, let's watch skulls. Come get this guy. Alien Instinct will tell me where she's at. So we're in good shape right here. She can't hide unless she's in a locker. Hope she knows better.
Let us test them.
I see you. Here. Keep her off.
Of many eyes.
Got haste. Smart. GG's, man. Let's go, baby. Like I said, man, every match is the same, bro. Every match has been the same. You call it out before I even play it. Damn quitters, man, on the bust. I just want to show you guys, man, like, holy crap. Damn, son. Like every match like this, man. Wait, where'd this guy go? Oh, he's right here. Tiki has a power struggle. Oh, he don't. Anyways, GG's, bro. Nice little bully squad, little flashlight squad. Try to hit me with the blinds, but I know how to play around it without Lightborn. You know, I don't want to use a perk slot for Lightborn. I just don't see. I don't see the purpose for it because it takes away an important perk slot. I need it for the gens. The Vector, man, at the high level. This is what it looks like. And this, like I said, this is every match, man. Every match. Telling 5 gens some bro. Nah, bro. I mean, you guys got dead hards, man. Champion Alliance head off, man. They tried to bully me. They tried to use him until I know he's back. My guy needs, you know, rough start. Rough event for Ghostface. For Ghostface mains. All right, here we go. Right to the action. Here's the Nancy. Take that. We're gonna take her, bro. I need all the start I can get. She's got another pallet there. Man, that's tough. It's tough. Let's go, man. Finesse on the bus. Now I'm about to get pallet dropped on my head. Too early. Let's go, man. You sold the clip. Now she's following me. Take that. Hell yeah. Yeah, I can lose Claudette. That's fine. Or not. This actually helps me for if they come save Claudette and I can get her out of the match. This actually hurts the Claudette, bro. Because I'm coming right back for her head if they save her. Bro, why is our pig? Okay, you see that? You see that? You see that? Watch. Alien Instinct. This actually hurts them, bro. This isn't what I wanted to do, but I have to do. I'll go up a level. Ooh. Nice dodge, bro.
From the dark.
Nice delay.
Decisions.
Pop this right here. Remember, she's oblivious still. She thought I left. She's still oblivious, bro. She doesn't know I'm there because of Alien Instinct. I gotta drop her into here. You get what I'm saying? Bro. It's fine. There's a wall there, George. I could find a Claudette if I could down this girl. This sucks. This sucks. Nope. Still don't have it. Let's come back. I hear somebody. I hear someone injured. Damn it, man. Oh, there she is. Money. Nice. Lead us back. Got him. Let's go, man. When I tell you guys, bro, sweat games. Take that.
Let us test their constitution.
Run, Claudette. Run, Claudette. You need to run. You need to run. I think she ran the furthest, so it's going to show me her. Come on. There she is. Oh, it did show me her. Let's go, man. High level gaming. Until I get pallet dropped in my forehead. Alright, so GG's there. I shoulder the burden. Quitter. She doesn't know I'm coming. Let's stay here, because this girl's... You don't think I know, but I know.
This one.
Ooh, double pallet help. Look at that, bro. Look at all the help they got, bro. I actually want to come toward this gen because someone's here. Bro, and they're injured. Oh, this is tough. Tough times they live in. Bro, you gotta leave. You gotta run. Run, Nancy. He knew what I was gonna do. My guy knew what I was gonna do. He just knew it. I faced a wall on these, bro. Best believe I faced a wall on these. I can't chase her. I could try to get a lucky one here. Good dodge, good dodge. She tried to run the infinite loop. She tried to run it. Smart, 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 smart. Good try, good try. That was a good try. They gotta heal up, or I'm coming right back for them with alien instinct, bro. You gotta heal up. Prioritize the gen.
Sacrifice.
Bad idea. She was here. I just don't know where she went. I wonder if one had self-preservation. Oh, here we go. Nice. Good play, good play, good play. Good play. Someone's gonna drop down from the top. Oh, no, she's back on it. Oh, she was over there. Damn it. Look at these pallets, bro. There's no point using my ability here. I'll take that. Steve here. Take that. We'll take that. There she goes.
I wish to watch them.
GG's? Bro, Alien Instinct going off right now. Going off. Come on, man. They don't even know that I have it either. Someone's staying in the back. See that, bro? Look how tough Alien Instinct is, bro. I say, do I got my flight back? Yeah, I do. I need my skulls back. We gotta wait. We gotta wait, because this is gonna be a hatch play, but I want to see her. I want to see her. I need my skulls back. Let's wait it out. Maybe I can get a early read at the Killer Shack. All right, let's be in flight mode here. Here we go. Run, Steve! Oh, man's got a pallet out there. I can break pallets out. Run straight, run straight, run straight. There he goes. Can't allow you to use your abilities. He's got infinite loop here. Ooh! That was awesome. That was almost gonna be a goated play, bro. Did he fall with me? Did he fall with me? He's gonna wait for me and he's gonna fall. Can I get him, bro? Oh, I could kill him from here. I could kill him from here. There you go, bro. Appreciate it. I could kill him from up there. Nah, y'all gotta celebrate my victory. The way Killer Man's gotta watch y'all skate, bro. Y'all should watch me do the Mori. You could have banned it after. Yeah, son.
Gucci Mane is officially the greatest snitch in hip hop since 6ix9ine. Gucci Mane just made sure that Pooh Shiesty isn't coming home anytime soon. The next time we see Pooh Shiesty will be 50 years old. In our last video, we revealed how Pooh Shiesty, his girlfriend, his daddy, they're all sitting in jail right now on Fed charges. And today, the feds finally came out, gave their press conference and broke down why they arrested Pooh Shiesty, his daddy, his girlfriend, among other people, including they got, an arrest warrant for Big 30 right now. And they broke down, it all stemmed from this Gucci Mane incident. See, we reported 4 months ago that Pooh Shiesty held Gucci Mane at gunpoint, made him sign a contract to take Pooh Shiesty from out of his deal. The feds update is even worse than I thought. First off, Pooh Shiesty is the dumbest human being on earth. You don't get much stupider than Pooh Shiesty. 2, Gucci Mane is one of the biggest rats in hip-hop history. One of the most surprising rats in hip-hop history. Gucci Mane is the last rapper that if you told me was a rat, I would tell you no way. Gucci Mane is officially a rat after today.
I'm Ryan Rabel. I'm the U.S. Attorney for the Northern District of Texas. Thank you for coming. This week, 9 individuals, including well-known musical artists, kidnapped and robbed at gunpoint numerous victims at a music studio in Dallas, Texas. 8 of the 9 were arrested yesterday in Dallas, Memphis, and Nashville. These individuals who are charged and arrested include Lontrell Williams Jr., also known as Pooh Shiesty, Lontrell Williams Sr., Rodney Wright Jr., also known as Big 30, Kadarius Waters, Demarion Gibson, DeMarcus Glover, Corday Johnson, Darian McDaniel, and Terrence Rogers has not been arrested yet, but will be soon. The complaint alleges that on January 10th of this year, 3 music industry professionals traveled to Dallas for a scheduled business meeting. Lontrell Williams Jr. arranged this meeting purportedly to discuss the terms of his recording contract with one of the victims. As alleged, once these 3 men were inside the recording studio, Williams Jr. and 8 co-conspirators, several of whom traveled from Memphis, Tennessee, executed a coordinated armed takeover.
The indictment says Pooh Shiesty told Gucci Mane, we can do this the hard way or the easy way. They got Pooh Shiesty and his daddy at like a Staples printing out the contract they made up themselves. So they brought the contract to the studio. Pooh Shiesty told Gucci Mane, hey, can I holler at you in the private room? Gucci said, yeah, they go to the private room. Pooh Shiesty said, hey, listen, could you sign me out of this deal? Sign this contract and release me, please. Gucci Mane said, hell no, I ain't signing you out of deal. Bro, what, bro, you just came home, you hot as grease? Bro, I'm not signing you out this deal, bro. Yo, you my artist. Pooh Shiesty got irritated. Then Pooh Shiesty told somebody to go ahead and grab his bag. The person then brought the bag to Pooh Shiesty. Pooh Shiesty pulled out an AR pistol, they said, and pointed it at Gucci and told Gucci to sign it. Gucci obviously said, all right, cool, I'll sign it. Now, while Pooh Shiesty got a pistol to Gucci Mane, making him sign it, Pooh Shiesty, grimy Memphis dudes, is in the other room robbing Gucci Mane's security, robbing like white dudes who came with Gucci Mane. These is business people. These is people who came with Gucci. White boys. They robbing the white boys for their Rolex bags with multiple watches in it, for their wallets, for everything. I'm like, hold on. If the purpose was to have them to sign you out of the deal, why are you robbing the people with Gucci? That makes no sense whatsoever. But the robbery continued, even though Gucci Mane was signing the contract to get Pooh Shiesty from out of it. Now, apparently, like, Pooh Shiesty had to ask his daddy, which is why the daddy is currently, in jail. Pooh Shiesty had to ask his daddy, hey, Pops, is this good enough? The Pops said, nah, Pooh, tell him to, like, sign a date.
As alleged, Williams Jr. produced an AK-style pistol and forced one of the victims to sign a release from the recording contract at gunpoint. The remaining conspirators displayed firearms and robbed the other victims of Rolex watches, jewelry, cash, and other high-value items. One of the victims was actually choked by one of the defendants to the point of near unconsciousness. Defendant Wright barricaded the studio door with his body to prevent the victims from escaping. The ringleader of the conspiracy, Lontrell Williams Jr., was on home confinement at the time of the offense, as alleged, for a prior firearms conspiracy charge and conviction out of the Southern District of Florida. Towards the end of his prison sentence, he had been granted home detention. Part of the terms of his home detention were that he would not commit another federal offense or possess a firearm. His father, Lontrell Williams Sr., is alleged to have helped plan and execute the federal kidnapping as charged in the complaint. And as described further in the complaint, within hours of leaving the Dallas studio, a number of the defendants were on social media displaying some of the items that appeared to be the jewelry that had been robbed from the victims.
First off, man, Pooh, you going to jail, bro. I don't know how much to explain this. You ain't coming home. See you at 50 if you're lucky. I'm thinking at this point it's 60 plus, bro, because they got y'all in 4K. So Pooh Shiesty recruited one dust mice, one of the dustiest of the dust mice, called Damn Fool 375. So this dude he robbed the dudes who was with Gucci Mane, and they also robbed Gucci Mane as well, okay? So we see it right here. So on surveillance footage from the offense location, the individual believed to be Rogers can be seen exiting the building carrying what appears to be the Louis Vuitton bag MM reported stolen. Now, Rogers also posted a video on his Instagram showing him wearing a Rolex GMT Master Batman Rolex with an oyster steel that appears visually similar to the watch stolen from MM. So this dude is flexing with stolen watches and stolen jewelry because he never had nothing, man. This dude draws still stink, right? This dude look dusty, right? He never had nothing. He never had no Rolex. And it's a shame as well because you doing drills for Pooh Shiesty, who's a multimillionaire, and you ain't never had a Rolex. So he's flexing, and the police is seeing this like, oh my God, just thank God. Thank God. And what makes things worse is the person who they robbed had air tags on the product. So they stole these things and they're bringing these things to their homes, and the air tags is tracking them the entire time. They're being tracked with the air tags. So the air tags got their location. Then the police go to your Instagram and see you posted up with the same things you. All right, but forget about it, bro. All right, bro, cool, man. Yo, Pooh Shiesty, you cook, bro. And after all this abundance of evidence, we didn't find out that everybody who got robbed, including Gucci Mane, is cooperating.
The charging document outlines some of the evidence, just some, establishing the defendant's roles in the federal offense. This is as follows. Electronic monitoring data placing Williams Jr. at the offense location, which would put him in violation of his home detention conditions. Cell phone records and license plate reader data corroborating the coordinated travel of multiple defendants from Memphis, Tennessee to Dallas. Rental car records confirming Williams Sr. rented a vehicle that was used by the group. Surveillance footage from the offense location, a nearby office supply store, and a hotel where several of the defendants stayed following the offense. Fingerprint evidence as well that was recovered from the crime scene, matching at least two of the defendants. Social media posts by defendants displaying what appears to be stolen property just in the days following the offense. Greyhound bus records confirming the travel of multiple defendants from Dallas to Memphis the day after the offense. In this case, came to Dallas to conduct legitimate business, and they were met with firearms and violence as alleged in the charging document.
Gucci Mane's real name is Roderick Davis, and he is identified as RD in the paperwork. I want to say Gucci Mane is the biggest rat since 6ix9ine, but I'm happy about this, sir. Tell on all these niggas, man. Right? Man, yo, listen, man, y'all out here robbing them good white folks, acting like y'all can be held accountable. Man, Gucci Mane, I'm proud of you, man, for not keeping it street. Bro, they rob your employees. So Gucci Mane, RD, personally knew Pooh Shiesty Williams Jr. by both his legal name and the name under which he performs. So he identified Pooh Shiesty by his legal name and the name under in which he performs. All right? So they verified Pooh Shiesty's Instagram account, et cetera, et cetera. Now, this says RD, Gucci Mane, described Pooh Shiesty as wearing a black Nike brand Shiesty mask, black hooded shirt, and black pants during the offense. An online search of Pooh Shiesty matched the individuals that depicted throughout Pooh Shiesty's Instagram. The victims also identified Pooh Shiesty's daddy Instagram as Mob Ties Global. Now, Big 30, Gucci Mane, and the other people that got robbed identified Big 30, a well-known hip-hop artist also known as Big 30, as present during the offense. Gucci Mane identified his Instagram account as Big 30, which is verified by Instagram. The account contains photographs of Big 30 and Pooh Shiesty and Waters and others. We like to laugh and joke, but let's be serious right here. Gucci Mane had to tell, not for the obvious reasons. Gucci Mane has Pooh Shiesty signed to him. Gucci Mane knows that Pooh Shiesty is demanding a heavy bag. Gucci Mane can take Pooh Shiesty right now and sell Pooh Shiesty to a larger label and receive a $15-20 million bag. If Pooh Shiesty made Gucci Mane under duress sign release papers to get Pooh Shiesty from out of his deal, when Gucci Mane goes to court to say, hey, I signed this under duress, Gucci Mane would have had to tell anyways. Y'all didn't think Gucci Mane was going to take a $15 or $20 million L to keep it street and real, right? Like y'all didn't think that Gucci Mane was gonna allow Pooh Shiesty to finesse himself out the contract, go ahead and sign a $20 million deal and keep him out of it, right? Y'all didn't think Gucci Mane was that stupid, right? That he was gonna lose $20 million for trying to be street, right? For trying to win over y'all validation. Man, cut it out, man. Gucci Mane said, hold on. My two options here is I either tell them folks I signed that contract under duress and tell, or lose out on $20 million, I'm telling, as he should. Because Gucci Mane only had one option. Because if he planned on contesting signing the release paper, he would still have to explain, bro, this is your signature. They have you on camera signing this. You is on camera signing this release paper. Because in the indictment, they said that Pooh Shiesty and his daddy pulled out a cell phone and they recorded Gucci Mane signing it so Gucci Mane can't deny signing it. So if they have you on camera signing this release paper, they got your signature on the paper, they can take this to any label and say, hey, yo, we're out of the contract. I want a new deal. Gucci Mane would have had to say in court of law, these folks made me sign this under duress. Well, how did they make you sign it under duress? They made me sign it under duress by telling me if I don't sign it, they will kill me. They had a pistol to me. If you was going to say this in civil court, then you could have just said this in criminal court, in which he did. Gucci Mane did what he had to do to make sure that Pooh Shiesty and them folks got locked up. So he now has the proof and the evidence that they made him sign this under duress. So now Pooh Shiesty is still signed to Gucci Mane, and Gucci Mane still got Pooh Shiesty rights. Y'all let me know in the comment section, man, what do you guys think about this? And if you're still watching this video and you want to watch another good video, click on this video right here somewhere on my screen where I break down who exactly killed Draco the Ruler. I broke down and revealed the LA gang member that murdered Draco the Ruler and other LA Crips, all right? And if you enjoy this content, please, please, please click on this video and like this video. And after you like this video, click the hype button to send me a hype. Hypes are the best way to help me push my videos in the algorithm. I'm going to see you guys in this next video. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.
Tonight, you get what you allow, and San Francisco allows a lot. The city by the bay, in disarray. What the deuce happened? Rampant homelessness, drug use, untreated mental illness, and crime. Lots of crime. Bro. All because the radical left has been encouraging this kind of behavior for years. You're gonna be homeless. Pretty easy here.
No sobriety requirement, so you can sit in your room and shoot dope all day and die.
So how did this happen, and why didn't the politicians stop it? Gavin Newsom needed to pursue a new approach, but he didn't have the courage to follow through on it. Get ready to get angry. This is the decline and fall of San Francisco. Hi, I'm Bill O'Reilly, and welcome to this News Nation special. The collapse of social order in San Francisco. I hate to do it. I hate to do this report. But the truth has to be told. I'm standing here on the Presidio, used to be federal territory. Golden Gate, world famous symbol of one of the most dramatic cities in the country. It has fallen apart. It is dangerous. Places are filthy. Not the whole city, but it is something that has never been seen in the United States of America. How did it happen? For the next hour, we will explain it. We will back it up with every fact you can imagine. But I got to tell you the truth. Steep decline. And when I used to come here, it was clean. The people responsible for this to incentivize homelessness. This video from 2020 out of control in San Francisco because the city intentionally made itself a magnet for anyone looking for harm reduction. Locked up.
I thank God every day for Alameda County
rights violation. A big part, the vast majority of people would say, of course, stay in that hole. It became a true reign of
and all that, but
very, very powerful people. Pumpkin and tofu pies in the face, hurled by activists who opposed his housing policy.
And believe me, the collection of people from, I think, from the social workers world mean well, but don't understand the mentality of some individuals.
But I was surprised because what you were promoting when you were in power was fairly common sense. You got a big city here, and everybody has to be respected, and you can't have a huge group intruding on other people and causing trouble. And you were attacked by progressives as being a mean guy. You were a mean guy. Did that take you by surprise?
Yes. There were people who really, I think, meant well.
As the saint in the center, came out with some real serious. About 2 weeks ago, the Saint, also known as the Saint in the Center, came out with some real serious allegations about Fresh and Fit. This is interesting because the Saint in the Center, or aka the Saint Marquette, was really close with Fresh and Fit for a long time, at least until I seen up until 2020. He had been to Miami on their podcast, he had publicly defended them, and there were many allegations that he had. But here are some of them.
And then people would message them because they noticed, like, unlike certain guests that are always coming on, like, hey, when's the Saint gonna come back? Why? Because I spit the best game. I have the best interactions with the women because I'm a natural with women. People like to observe it. It's art in motion. They're like, hey, when's the Saint in the Center gonna come back? And Brody is over here like, stop bringing up. What? Who? Hey, bro, don't have my name in your mouth like that, boy. You be careful with my name in your mouth. Play with something safe. And when he said, don't bring up, that's when it was done.
Well, wait, there's more.
I know you've been demonetized before, just via text. I said, hey, I know you've been demonetized before. What advice do you have? I didn't ask for anything. I didn't ask for any favors, nothing. I just said, what advice do you have? Right? Bro says fame went to Myron's head, him and Fresh, 100%. I text Fresh and I text Myron. I'm demonetized. What advice do you have? Myron didn't reply. Fresh didn't reply. I was like, oh, that's fascinating.
So the first thing that he alleges is that they were disrespectful towards him out of nowhere. So people were asking for him to come back. They disrespect him, talk down on his name out of nowhere, according to him. And then obviously he got demonetized and he looked for some help to get remonetized. And this is important because Fresh and Fit are still demonetized, but he got no response. They didn't talk back to him, but they would go on to disrespect him. And this is why the Saint in the Center went live a few times, basically roasting up Fresh and Fit. It was a lot of views from what I understand. You know, I even did a reaction off of the video. I got like 71,000 views. Now the Saint in the Center is saying this.
I also acknowledge Brad. He writes, Myron promotes manhood, but is a coward, a documented coward. Did he get your roast taken down? Fresh and Fit absolutely did get both of the roasts taken down. And also people say, well, why haven't they responded? Well, let us consider.
So the Saint in the Center is saying that Fresh and Fit basically tried to take down his YouTube channel because both of these streams came down. All right. Now I went and looked at his page, the Saint, and basically he has 244,000 here. Right. And the one thing that I do notice, to be honest, is that he hasn't been active. And the reason why he hasn't been active is probably because he can't go live right now, or he's like appealing something here. So he is streaming on other pages right now. I think he has like 2 or 3 other YouTube pages. Now the Saint does have enemies, right? He has enough. One of these guys is called CD Productions. This is where I got this information from, which was formerly CD Fury. I do remember CD Fury. I really do. I don't know if this is the same guy, but he was a really good YouTuber back in the day. CD Fury, like really, really good. And CD Fury would basically just come after a lot of guys who he thought were like fraudulent or fake. It seems like what he's doing now is coming after the saint in the sinner. And he would point this out.
You see, this dude Marquette, he didn't read the YouTube community guidelines. You cannot speak about someone's appearance for an extended period of time. That's what he did in the live streams, which is why they were able to flag it down.
He would accuse the saint for basically roasting up Fresh. And so much of that roasting was happening that it basically brought down those videos. Now, to be honest, from what I'm hearing and from the people like Anton or the Saint or even Fresh and Fit, people who go live and people who have a whole lot of haters, you know, you could probably say like, hey, Fresh and Fit took the video down, they reported it. It could be true that they've done it. I'm not sure. But what it is that like when you get into YouTube beefs and they always start on live streams, YouTube beefs on live streams are like the number one way to lose your channel. It's the number one way. And I know this because like every time that I've ever, for the most part, gotten flagged, it's been because of like a live stream roast or me. Cause you know when you're just in the moment, right? And again, like the saint in the center, he's not really going like off on people on the live stream. He will talk about people and maybe just, he can talk about people. Typically he's not out of control like I am. But when you have beefs, right, with people, you have to pre-record that because when you're in the zone, especially your audience, you're like, if you have supporters, they are gonna want to see you go in. They love it. Nothing is better than a live stream where somebody is going in, somebody is roasting up, and it's clippable, it's entertaining, it's fun. And then when you get somebody that people, like I said, people love those live stream roasts and everything. Then you say something in the mix, and then somebody reports you, brings the video down, and all of that. This is the downside of YouTube beef, okay? And I want content creators to know that it sucks when you get like a violation or a video takedown or a roasting, especially if you fall out with people that have a bigger audience. Like it's really, really terrible. And this is what I would recommend. If you have things that you want to expose about people and bring it out, because again, when you're doing the live stuff, it does give you the opportunity to make money. But when you're doing the live stuff, you can't say something that could be out of pocket because you want to entertain. What you should do is do it pre-recorded. Don't do any cursing. If you're going to really drop something on somebody, don't do no cursing. Stick to the points. Stick to what it was. Show your receipts. Do all of that. The video gonna do well anyway. But the main idea, and I'm pretty sure the Saint can attest to this, as the Fresh and Fit guys are loyal to a fault. I mean, a loyal until they can't deal with you anymore. That's the situation that happened with Kevin Samuels and everybody else. A lot of content creator guys, especially clout chasing type of dudes, a lot of content creators are just fake. I mean, I'm just going to be honest. Most people are not real. Most people are not your real friends. Most people do not support. You know, people are just looking for money, looking for an opportunity. And no matter how much money they get, how much cash they get, it just makes it worse. You know, and a guy like Myron and Walter, I mean, I'm just loving to seeing what's Walter doing right now with as Fresh. He has the 305 podcast or the Miami podcast, whatever it is. I mean, it's just really, really terrible. Getting no views, just grifting, you know. And the reality is that a lot of content is about the work and trying to make a good video, trying to make your points in the video, you know, trying to pre-record or live stream or whatever, and do that. Because the beef stuff, it gets dirty, man. People shut down. I've heard so many folks say, you know, that Myron is really good at shutting down your Instagram. Like, I don't know how many people I have heard that says that Myron shuts down Instagrams. So he could have done this, but I've heard so many people say that. People can't get back into their Instagram accounts anymore because Myron somehow done that. And it's sick. People on
starting to think people don't hate Trump. They hate the idea of being wrong publicly.
And you. You said that you voted for Kamala Harris.
Yes.
And that you regretted it.
Yeah. I know that Joe Biden should have been stepped away, and it was delayed because these people wanted Kamala to be the candidate, and there was no way in hell it was going to happen unless he left when he left, as opposed to earlier where there could have been a primary. She would have had to compete against people in order to that, right? So I know all of that. But I also believed that she was the kind of person that if the power existed in one house of Congress, if not both, that she was somebody that you could get to acquiesce and work across the aisle in order to get things done. That was my belief. And then when I saw how things were unfolding and how out in the clouds the Democratic Party was even after they lost the election, I said, this is no hope. I said, I don't know what the hell I was thinking about believing that y'all would get it, because you still don't get it. You really, really don't. Trump, you bring up the indictments, you bring up his behavior, you bring up all of these different things, and America still said he's more normal than y'all. And you still don't get it. And I thought you'd get it, but you didn't get it. So I lost all faith.
Yeah, they choose not to get it. That right there, that's a grown man, Stephen A. Smith, fighting with his Democratic self side. You know what I'm saying? In real time. He's fighting with that side of him right now. You know, I was wrong. It sounds simple until you realize how expensive that sentence actually is. It's pretty taxing for him, right? Because now it's not just you made a mistake. It's every argument you had, every person you've debated, every time you stood 10 toes on it, all of that got to come back and look at you. Most people, they'd rather double down and look crazy than admit it and look human, rather. And what makes it even worse, half the time, people don't even know why they believe what they believe. It's pretty daunting, if I'm being honest. They just No, it sounds good when everybody else says it.
But then I realized in 2020, when they were doing this whole control thing, they really started with a huge divisive plan, okay? And part of that divisive plan is to divide Black American people. And how are they going to divide these people? Using celebrities. I told you these celebrities are puppets. This whole chilly back and forth with the T-Boz thing, it could be theater for all we know. Just a reason for us to go at each other. How do we even know that any of this is even real? But even if it was, we've come to a time in society where somebody's personal beliefs and their personal political views have now caused you, Black America, to say, I don't want you around me because you don't think exactly the way that I think. That is extremely dangerous. One of the worst things we could do as a community, and anybody who promotes that isn't. But then I realized
is wrong. I'll finish it for you. You know, it's incompetent. Isn't thinking clearly. Critical thinking skills is should be in question. Anywho, I ain't even mad at celebrities, you know? They're doing their job, right? But the real question is, why y'all taking life advice from somebody who got to ask permission to tweet? I mean, think about it. You're arguing with your cousin, losing friends, blocking people over opinions that came from somebody who got a PR team, a manager, and a brand deal all on the line for him. Ooh. I'm just saying, man, it's like, ooh. Sorry, y'all. I over here itching. But that's like getting your story from a script. A story. I meant to say morals. I can't even, whatever. Getting your morals from a script. My words together. You know, that's like, I don't know, man. It's just annoying. And of course, it's gonna sound polished. It ain't real. Now, the moment you step outside the script, I want you to watch how fast you get renamed. Now, this is a lengthy one, so prepare yourself.
This one is about to hurt some of y'all feelings, but the shit needs to be said because I'm honestly getting sick of it. So, I'm scrolling and I see it again. Chili from TLC being called the sellout for donating to Trump. Nick Cannon getting called the sellout in the accusation. So let's slow it down. Maybe it was you just couldn't handle the fact that they made a choice without running it past you first. So instead of saying you disagree like a normal person, you decided to reach for a word that's rooted in ownership. Because deep down, some of y'all don't believe in independence. A lot of y'all that sit with your spirit can handle that. You protecting that echo chamber that you live in. You protecting your distorted worldview that falls apart the second people start thinking for themselves. And I'm honestly getting tired of black people doing that stupid shit. Because here's the reality that y'all don't want to face. Chili didn't sell anybody out. She made a choice. Nick Cannon, he didn't sell out either. He was simply speaking his mind like everybody else does. And those black ICE agents, they didn't sell you out either. They just...
Bondi is the second cabinet-level official to be eased out of her role by President Trump. He didn't say she was fired, but sources tell CBS News he was not happy with her handling of the Epstein files and with the failed attempts to indict his enemies. Pam Bondi was at President Trump's side just yesterday, joining him at a Supreme Court hearing. By noon today, she was out, with Trump writing, "We love Pam," but that she will be transitioning to an important new job in the private sector.
So help me God.
Bondi is a former Florida attorney general who served on Trump's impeachment team in 2019 and championed his false claims of voter fraud in 2020.
Attorney General Pam Bondi, who's been fantastic. I don't know, is Pam here someplace? Oh, hello, Pam.
As U.S. AG, Bondi was known for her blunt attacks on Trump's critics.
You don't tell me.
Yeah, oh, I did tell you because we saw what you did in the Senate.
You're a lawyer, not even a lawyer.
She even hung a huge Trump banner outside Justice headquarters, tearing down the traditional walls between.
She got fired because she's not even good at being a puppet. Of course, people like me are ecstatic that she's fired because she couldn't have her own mind. Not only could she not do what President Donald Trump said, she barely investigated anything worthwhile. She fumbled the Epstein files. She's not going after legitimate criminals. She's not protecting the United States of America. And as Attorney General, you are the top cop in the United States of America.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So we got to talk about former Attorney General Pam Bondi, because she has been fired, okay, and I'm saying fired in quotes for a reason, okay, that is the way that the mainstream liberal media is framing this. She has been fired, and apparently she's moving on to greener pastures, like the private sector. Now, I took some time to think about this, right, because honestly, I'm not surprised that Pam Bondi is leaving, but I'm also not convinced that she is leaving, that she was fired simply because the president was dissatisfied with her job performance, right? Part of me believes that Pam Bondi probably helped to orchestrate what, in my opinion, is more of a mutual agreement that maybe it's just best for us politically here, for me to be fired and for you to fire me, okay? Especially considering how Pam Bondi is getting a whole lot of backlash, and deservedly so, in regards to how she has handled the Epstein debacle, right? Also, on top of that, Pam Bondi has failed to score any real points when you talk about accountability for Democrats, individuals who weaponize the justice system to go after Trump, to go after conservatives. Yeah, she has failed to actually deliver the goods, okay? Not because she didn't try, because she did. She did try to go after Letitia James. She tried to go after Comey. She was stopped by liberal judges, right? Activist judges who, despite, okay, there being an actual case against Letitia James for mortgage fraud, I mean, it's clear as day, it was undermined for procedural reasons, right? That were outside of her control. But at the same time, because she's Attorney General, she kind of takes the blame for it, right? For failing to get the job done, okay? Even though she did try, which is me not saying that she did a great job, right? I just want to be clear. I'm not saying that Pam Bondi did a great job, but I also don't think that she was as terrible as people made her out to be. I mean, she did get some accomplishments. Like, for example, she did successfully prosecute Antifa on terrorism charges out in Texas, right? I think that was significant because that's the first time that's happened, right? We've actually got some terrorism-related charges against Antifa, right? We successfully prosecuted Antifa. That's actually a big deal because we've never done that before, right? So stuff like that I don't think she gets enough credit for, but at the same time, that doesn't mean that she did a great job, right? There obviously are criticisms of Pam Bondi, specifically from an optics perspective in regards to how she handled Epstein, I think kind of being the most legitimate criticism of her. And I want to talk about it because all of these things and how President Trump is handling this, politically speaking, it just kind of makes sense, okay? When you think about the optics of everything that's happening right now. Same thing with Kristi Noem, right? Kristi Noem, I personally believe, did a damn good job as DHS secretary, considering how the border is closed and she was a part of executing the mass deportations that I personally believe have gone very, very, very well in the context of the fact that literally Democrats are weaponizing sanctuary cities, sanctuary states, the courts to stop the president's agenda, right? I mean, they have waged war against the mass deportations. Yeah, considering what he's working with, I think that Kristi Noem did a damn good job when it comes to the issue that I care about the most, right? Immigration. So, hey, I do understand, though, that everybody in the country does not think like me. And optically speaking, ICE is not very popular right now. And the fact that Kristi Noem had a whole bunch of distractions that took away from the good work that she was doing. Yeah, from a political perspective, President Trump made a change, right? A change that has now kind of taken the media coverage off of Kristi Noem and her being the head of DHS. And now they got to try to talk about Mark Wayne Mullen, right? And the worst thing they can say about him is that, well, he ran a successful plumbing business. He's a plumber. He's unqualified, right? Lord forbid somebody who actually worked a regular job that made an honest living, that hasn't been a politician or a lawyer their whole life, run a government agency, right? That is the only thing they can really say about him. The drama's kind of gone, right? You get rid of the drama. You keep the same policy, okay? But you get rid of the drama and you move on, okay? I think a similar thing is kind of happening here with Pam Bondi and the DOJ, in the sense that Pam Bondi is kind of in an impossible position and she probably wanted out, right? And again, politically and optically, it's probably best for the Trump administration and Pam Bondi, both of them, to part ways, right? And I'm going to explain in more detail exactly what I mean. But first, let's go ahead and play this clip so everybody can get a decent understanding of what's going on here.
BC News special report. And here's Nellie Jackson.
Good day. We are coming on the air with breaking news. President Trump has apparently fired his Attorney General, Pam Bondi, according to a senior administration official and a source familiar with the matter. This comes after NBC News learned that the president has grown frustrated with his Attorney General in recent days, according to multiple sources. I want to get right to our team covering all of it.
Remember that. Frustrated in recent days with his Attorney General, right? Pay attention to the media narrative and what the media is being told versus the actions. I just want to point that out because the actions aren't really matching the words here, okay, or what is being fed to the media about what happened to Pam Bondi. And this is why I'm skeptical of this firing narrative, and I'm leaning more towards mutually negotiated exit.
And national affairs correspondent Kelly O'Donnell is joining us. We've also got our White House correspondent Monica Alba as well. Kelly, let me start with you. This is not altogether surprising, considering the reporting from NBC that the president was frustrated with Bondi's performance leading the Department of Justice.
And we've often seen the president let some of his intentions, feelings, concerns bubble out publicly as one measure of how he makes these decisions. For Pam Bondi, this is a blow because she has been a very loyal sort of friend and ally of the president for a long time, going back to Florida, assisting in the first Trump term. And this, in many ways, comes down to a representation of the frustration that President Trump has, that his vision for how he could exact retribution against political rivals and those who had, in his perception, done him wrong at some past point, to be brought to justice. That has not happened, even though this Department of Justice under Pam Bondi has attempted to do so in a number of areas where we've seen the failed attempts to prosecute James Comey or Letitia James. Then there's the broader issue of the Epstein files. There was a moment where Pam Bondi, who in the journey of her time as Attorney General has been both loyal but has also committed some self-inflicted errors. She talked about having the so-called Epstein list on her desk, and that never materialized. She had led people to believe there would be more coming on Epstein, and then initially last summer, the Department of Justice said the files would be closed, there was no action to be taken, and that triggered a groundswell that was a broader political coalition than you might expect, certainly those in the MAGA community and then those who were very supportive of the survivor community around Epstein. Hallie, you've talked to a number of those survivors, and there was a political engine that developed around them, bringing it to a point where Congress required the Department of Justice to produce those files. They have done so, but only in a limited way. It has not been the full set of files. So Pam Bondi has not been able to insulate the president from some of the criticism related to the Epstein ordeal. She has not been able to deliver on some of his desired prosecutions, and that frustration has apparently bubbled up. All the ways in which she has been loyal were certainly put in a back seat, and she was in the seat with him yesterday, going in the Beast, as it's known, the presidential limousine, to the Supreme Court to listen to one of the key ideas of his time in office, which is birthright citizenship that he wants to challenge. Apparently, she was unable to save herself in those personal, direct moments with the president. She attended his speech last night in the White House. So personal relationships only go so far. Loyalty is sometimes only one way when we observe Donald Trump. And Pam Bondi, Attorney General of the United States, is out. Hallie?
Yeah. So, again, I find this to be so hilarious, right? Again, like I mentioned at the beginning of this, the news says, well, see, the president has gone frustrated with Pam Bondi over the last few days because of her performance, right? And I'm not saying that Pam Bondi has done a great job, right? Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying that. What I'm arguing is that I don't think that this is really about performance as much as about politics and optics, right? More so than anything. And I'm just going to explain what I mean. If he was actually really upset with her, right? We've all seen how Trump treats people that he's truly upset with, that he truly does not like, that he truly does not F with, right? Who used to work with him or were working with him, right? Or working under him. He's not the type of dude that is very nice, right, to people he's actually frustrated with or disappointed with, okay? The fact that Pam Bondi has been around him for days, right, leading up to this, and on top of that, apparently she's going to get some job in the private sector, right? So she already has a gig set up in the private sector. To me, signals that this is not recent, right? Like, this is not something that just happened all of a sudden. This is something that has been telegraphed or that has been coming for a while. And to me, it just seems more like a negotiated exit rather than a sudden firing, right? Which is the way that the media is framing this, right? They're framing this as Trump, over the last few days, he just decided he was going to fire Pam Bondi, right? And it's like, no, I don't think he decided over the last few days. I think that Pam Bondi has realized that she can't win as Attorney General, right? That maybe, just maybe, when it comes to the issue of, for example, going after Letitia James and Comey and others, yeah, I mean, she tried, but she got shot down. Again, for reasons that are not her fault. Those cases did not fall apart because of the merits. They fell apart because of, again, left-wing judges, right? But again, she tried. Now, on the Epstein situation, I think that is what really did her in the sense that it's another impossible situation. Yes, she handled it terribly when she first got into office, right? She definitely was not careful enough with her words, right? Describing the Epstein material. And I think that she just made a lot of mistakes. But the reality is that as Attorney General on that specific subject, there was just no winning, right? There was nothing that she could do or say to change what was going to happen to her specifically. The pushback, the blowback that she was going to get from both sides of the aisle on that issue, because essentially, as the Attorney General of the Department of Justice, people were demanding disclosure that was never going to happen, right? Not the way that would have satisfied people. It was never going to happen. Okay, it doesn't matter who's Attorney General, it wasn't going to happen. And even if it was fully disclosed, there's still individuals who are going to say the government is hiding stuff if the disclosure is not what they want to hear, right? Like, for example, Pam Bondi has disclosed a lot of stuff related to Epstein about Trump, right? She put out all of these salacious, false allegations, anonymous tips that were made about Trump that were, very damning, okay, if they were true, but they weren't true. She put that out there. And leftists still believe that despite millions of files being released, right, they still believe there's something there on Trump, right? That Pam Bondi is hiding something on Trump, right? Some smoking gun on Trump that, for whatever reason, the Biden administration didn't find, right? They failed to release, because let's be real. If there was actually something on Trump, it would have been released under the Biden administration. Democrats would have put it out there. Let's be real. If there was anything in the Epstein files that was damning against Trump, it would have been released by Democrats. So logically speaking, using your common sense, political sense, okay, There's nothing there on Trump. But that doesn't stop leftists from saying, well, Pam Bondi's hiding stuff about Trump, right? She's covering up stuff about Trump. When there's clearly nothing damning against Trump in the files, right? Very clear. But it doesn't matter. She can release all, 3-4 million files? I'm not sure exactly how many pages, right? Unredact everything. If it doesn't say what certain people wanted to say, right, then it's always going to be, well, the government's hiding stuff, right? The government's not releasing all the information. They destroyed the real files. So it's unfalsifiable at this point because the absence of evidence is evidence of cover up, right? According to a lot of people. That's how a lot of people think about Epstein stuff, right? So when you get into a situation like that, there is no winning. You can't win. So she failed to prosecute Democrats and hold them accountable, right? She also has not done well when it comes to handling the Epstein situation, right? Optically speaking, and when it comes to dealing with the political aspect of it, which again, I'm not sure if anybody in her position could have handled it well, okay? But she failed at those things. But despite those failures, obviously the president's not pissed off with her because he's saying nothing but great things about her, right? So clearly he's not mad at her. He's not upset with her. He's not treating her the way that he usually treats people that he fires. So to me, that kind of signals that maybe this is more about Pam Bondi not wanting to do the job anymore, right? Maybe this is about Pam Bondi saying, hey, this ain't worth it. It's impossible for me to win in this position.
Pooh Shiesty is going to jail for a very long time. Already? By the time this federal investigation is over with, what they about to find
already?
Pooh Shiesty ain't gonna be out anytime soon.
Oh,
Pooh Shiesty thought it was a good idea to get out of jail and start messing with some rolling 60 Crips. You thought it was smart to get out of jail and the objective is to stay free, and you thought some LA niggas was gonna keep you free?
Weirdo. No! This what I don't be understanding about you niggas, fo. Like, if I went to prison, that nigga was in prison for like 6 to 8 years, bro. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, siete, ocho, no. For 8 years, bro. Nigga, if I go to prison for 8 years and I come home and they let me out early, bro, I'm not hanging around no gangbangers. I'm telling y'all was tripping, bro. I would've came home as Martin Luther King Jr. III. Do your homework. I ain't coming around. I ain't coming home hanging out with no gang. But I told y'all, these niggas cannot let the streets go. They got to be attached to the streets. That shit is kind of gay. It ain't nothing wrong with being, you know what I'm saying? If you're going to be a part of the LMNOP, Uno, Dos, Tres community, cool. That's straight. But y'all be coming around here acting tough and gangster. Hey, bro, I don't even know what he did. But I know if he going back to jail, his ass is stupid, goofy.
Now your daddy in jail, your girl in jail, and you in jail.
Damn.
Because you went around and started doing crimes around LA niggas, man.
Oh,
the
he doing
police pulled
crimes.
up with flashbangs. They did like a raid of Pooh Shiesty's daddy crib. They found all type of stuff.
No.
They found weapons. They found a lot of things that led to Pooh Shiesty daddy also getting arrested and locked up. But the question is, what exactly caused this? Why is the police doing raids at Pooh Shiesty daddy crib. Why is Pooh Shiesty currently in jail?
Bro,
According to
I
sources?
ain't gonna lie. Flashbangs is crazy, gang. His daddy? Why are you doing any crimes where niggas is pulling up with flashbangs to your crib when your son is Pooh Shiesty?
Your fucking tough talk down.
It's a mental illness, gang. I don't understand this shit. How do you have access to millions of dollars? You got access to connections. You got access to money, investments.
You're not around me 24/7. You have a
Why is Pooh Shiesty's girlfriend in jail?
More breaking news. Your news leader is following now. We're learning more about an FBI search party at a home associated with Memphis rapper Pooh Shiesty.
Now take a look. This was the scene earlier this morning outside of a Cordova home belonging to Lontrell D. Williams, otherwise known
Look at all
as
this money in the parking lot, gang. It's damn near probably what that is. That's a Maybach. Is that an S-Class? That's $300,000-400,000 in cars just in them two.
Shiesty's birth name. Now, the house deed didn't specify whether the homeowner is Pooh Shiesty or his father, Lontrell Williams
That's another
Sr.
120.
But the FBI confirms they were at that home to execute a court-ordered search and arrest warrant. Our Drita Patterson has been at the scene of that search all morning long. Drita, what have you learned?
Right now.
We've learned quite a bit. It just so happens this is a community where a family I'm very close to live. So they were able to sort of walk us through what happened. They are telling us it was well before, several hours before sunup when they first heard a boom. It was then followed by shouting.
And you know them feds, boy, they come out. FBI, open up! They come out 3-4 o'clock. Everybody's sleeping good. Boom!
From the agents who were saying that they were certainly executing a search warrant. I can tell you, after that boom, there was a back door that was breached. Folks, as mentioned, the home just behind me, according to property records, is listed to Lontrell Williams. Neighbors are telling us this is Williams Sr., the father, of course, of Lontrell Williams Jr., who is better known as Pooh Shiesty. Folks, let's go ahead and show you some of that video for not already. This is how it looked earlier this morning as those federal agents were focused on several cars inside the garage. That, of course, is the extent from our vantage point that we were able to see. Bro, I need to know what they did, what's going on. Because I ain't gonna lie. See, at first I thought it was Popo. When that FBI
called the Popo, ho!
Help! FBI, open up! When you see them 3 letters, folks, FBI, DEA. When you see them 3 letters, folks. Y'all always ask me to show y'all exactly how to get rich on YouTube, so I made a full-blown course. It's not complete yet, but
this is a community sort of tucked away. Neighbors described this area as being peaceful. That is,
you could get 20% off of that $150. So go get you some money. It's some shit. They ain't coming to do no search and arrest warrant because you motherfucker sold a gram of loud last week, nigga.
Valley Lane, just off of South Forest Hill, Irene, here in Cordova. This is a community sort of tucked away. Neighbors described this area as being peaceful. That is until this morning. Take a listen to what a neighbor had to tell us.
First off, I'm shocked that Pooh Shiesty daddy still live in Memphis because damn near every Memphis gang want to murder Pooh Shiesty. Like, isn't Pooh Shiesty involved in like multiple gang wars? So, yo, daddy and your family still live in Memphis. Like it tripped me out. But the reason why, like the FBI got involved because it's across state lines. They believe that Pooh Shiesty and his daddy, they took guns that they used in a very serious incident across state lines. Guns that they shouldn't have, guns they shouldn't be in possession of.
Right. Okay. Didn't his daddy go to prison too? Because I know his daddy was in the streets too, right?
Now, Pooh Shiesty himself was not there, obviously, right? Because if Pooh Shiesty was there, this would be a whole breaker story. But the daddy did indeed get locked up. The daddy did get taken into custody. And that's because the daddy is not as innocent as we want to make it, right? The daddy was involved. He was present. He was witness to something very serious that I feel like by now a lot of you guys already knew, but a lot of you guys doubted me when I reported this a couple months ago.
What the hell?
But I'll refresh your memory shortly.
They were here, before sunup.
Yeah.
No lights, no sirens, no nothing. Loud explosions. That's what.
No lights, no sirens. Yeah. I mean, they serious, on, boy.
Saying, we have a warrant for your arrest. Come out with your hands up and all this.
I'd have been mad as hell.
Of course, we have reached out to try to get a copy of that search warrant in order to find out exactly who police, or I should say federal agents, were after. Once we get that information, we'll certainly pass it along on air and online. It is worth mentioning there was a vehicle that pulled into the driveway while those agents were here. A young woman got out. Neighbors told me that that woman actually lives here. We tried speaking with that woman, but she did not, of course, want to speak with us. We're still working to gather more information. Of course, we'll pass it along as it becomes available. Reporting for your news leader in Cordova, Jarita Patterson, WREG, News Channel 3.
The reason why the FBI is raiding Pooh Shiesty daddy crib in Memphis and other cribs that Pooh Shiesty is known to be at is because Pooh Shiesty did quite possibly the dumbest thing anybody could ever do, especially coming home from the feds. Right?
I do remember something about, I think we did a video reacting to Flacco. I think and this is his channel, by the way. A lot of people ask me if it's his channel. I need to start remembering to put his link in there because I rock with Flacco the long way. But I remember him saying something about Pooh Shiesty being associated with like some niggas in LA or like some gang members in LA doing something or something. It was something like that, I think.
He decided that
he
would be smart to record himself up in Drake on Gucci Mane. Right? Like, y'all remember a few months back
recorded himself.
I dropped the video and y'all called me Cap and y'all said, "Oh, Flacco, you Cap and you." I'm always vindicated, right? I'm always like, it always comes back that Flacco knows what he's talking about. Okay,
right?
So remember,
no, for real though, Flacco don't just be talking though.
Remember when I told y'all that Pooh Shiesty got out of jail and he was really pissed off at Gucci Mane for how Gucci Mane did Big Scar. Right. So Big Scar lost his life. He died, but he was signed to Gucci Mane. And after Big Scar died, Gucci Mane decided that it would be appropriate to ask for Big Scar's family to return back the 1017 chains, to return back some chains that he gave Big Scar.
Right.
Now, I'll be real, bro. All right. I'm not saying, like Gucci Mane is 100% wrong.
No, for sure.
Right? You know, if you signed to my label and I gave you a chain and then you died and I start seeing, you feel me, like your brothers and your family members rocking my chain, man, get my chain back, man. Man, that's for Big Scar, not for y'all. So I understand it, but the family ain't understand it.
Yeah.
Gucci Mane also said he was gonna pay for the funeral, but he only gave $10,000. And I say only because I'm just using vernacular. The family used the family said he only gave $10,000, so he ain't paid for the whole funeral.
Bro, right? The whole funeral was $10,000, bro. We already debunked this. I understood what they was trying to say until we seen the facts. But if you go to the funeral home where his shit was at, $10,000 got you a lot of shit. And he paid the $10,000 and sent like another $10,000 for flowers or some shit. So I don't know what.
He came home and he held a vengeance and he held something against Gucci Mane for not doing right by Big Scar, which was one of his closest friends and his blood cousin. So when Pooh Shiesty came home, we know that Pooh Shiesty then linked up with Yo Gotti, Gucci Mane's out.
Right.
And Yo Gotti told Pooh Shiesty he got $15 million on the table if Pooh Shiesty signed. What? Pooh Shiesty told Gucci Mane, "Hey, bruh, I don't want to be signed to you no more, man.
Shorty.
Right? I don't want to be signed to you. I don't want to work with you. You did my cousin wrong. You pissed off my family.
Yeah.
You a snake. You grind me. I don't want to work with you."
Right.
Gucci Mane refused to let Pooh Shiesty from out of his deal. What I was told was, Pooh Shiesty and Gucci Mane, they met up at the studio because Gucci Mane was under, the assumption that Pooh Shiesty was trying to work it out. When he got to the studio, it's on camera, by the way. This is on camera.
Where the video at?
Big 30. He upped the gun and held Gucci Mane at gunpoint. Pooh Shiesty held Gucci Mane at gunpoint. The Rolling 60s held Gucci Mane at gunpoint, and they robbed Gucci Mane as well.
That's what niggas is getting arrested for? FBI, open up! See, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna make it seem like I didn't believe the situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I first heard about it, I believed it because niggas be tripping, gang. Like, I ain't gonna lie. But knowing that it's on camera and the FBI is actually involved, that shit just makes things like 100 times worse, brother. I ain't gonna lie to you. And the fact that it's on camera and you in Big 30, y'all see, at first I thought the story was Pooh Shiesty came in there with some LA Crips or something and the Crips robbed him. And Pooh Shiesty left, and when he left, the Crips came in there, so it was kind of like a setup, like a little backdoor situation. I didn't know that Big 30 and Pooh Shiesty the ones who upped the gun and robbed Gucci and made Gucci sign him out of his contract like that. Call the popo, huh?
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Fresh out of prison. That nigga didn't go to jail for 2 weeks. He was in prison. Why did he go to prison? See, it's something wrong with these niggas, bro. It's something like mentally wrong. They gotta be like Short Yellow Bus Kids or something. And y'all and niggas be on songs making that shit sound so cool. You gotta be a Short Yellow Bus Kid. The whole reason Pooh Shiesty went to prison in the first place is because his rich ass didn't want to pay somebody who was selling him shoes. So they robbed him and shot the shoe seller in the ass. With a